ladies.
Hi Lisa, how are you?
Good.
I'm Carolina. I'll be your social worker for today. Just a few things before we get started. I'm gonna write down a few of the things that you say just so I can keep myself refreshed on what you're saying. And also, if you do mention anything in regards to hurting somebody or hurting yourself, I would have to bring somebody in just for liability purposes and just for your well-being as well. However, you are open to saying anything that you need to say. I'm open to hearing you out. And do you have any questions for me to start off?
Not right now.
Okay, awesome. So Lisa, what brings you on today?
Well, I started grad school and I feel just really overwhelmed, and I feel like I can't handle the stress, and I'm constantly worried, and it's just been really, really hard.
Okay, so you're feeling stressed because of the grad school, because starting, or because of the work grad school is giving you?
I don't know. I just feel like everything
Okay.
is all coming at me all at once, and I just feel so overwhelmed.
Okay. What are some of the things that are adding up to help to make you feel overwhelmed?
Well, there's work,
Okay.
the schoolwork, and I guess it's not really more than when I was an undergrad, but it just seems like it's more. It seems like it's affecting me a lot.
Okay. I'm noticing that you're biting your nails. Is that something you picked up after?
Yeah, since I started grad school, bit my fingernails almost down.
Okay.
So nothing.
And how long did you start grad school?
I've only been in grad school for not even 2 months yet.
Okay. So less than 2 months.
Yeah.
And can you kind of walk me through how stressed you, when you do feel stressed, kind of what's going on through your mind and what's happening in your day during that day that you're feeling stressed?
Well, I think it's every day that I feel stressed.
Okay.
But there's times where it's so overwhelming for me that I feel I get sweaty and my heart races, and I can't think about anything other than feeling overwhelmed and nervous and worried, and it's hard for me to think straight, and sometimes I even feel my heart feels like I just ran a marathon even though I didn't go anywhere or run, and it seems all the time, and even though I know I can get my work done, I still feel so overwhelmed.
Okay. So when you are feeling like this, are you able to get your work done? Or all of your work done?
I think it's really interfering with my ability to get my work done. And there's even times where I can't get up and go to class.
And this not being able to get up, how many times has it been happening?
I'd say I miss at least one class every few weeks.
Okay.
If not more than one class.
So one class every few weeks?
Yeah.
Maybe every other week? Or
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But there are times where I have to leave class because I get that sweaty heart feeling, and I just can't really handle things.
Can you kind of walk me a little more through this sweaty feeling? What exactly goes on through your mind? What happens to your body? Kind of express more of that.
I just think about what is worrying me,
Okay.
and then I can't stop thinking about it, and it's just not normal. When I was an undergrad, I felt like I could handle it, and I would think about the things I had to do, and then I would get them done, and now it's I think about the things I have to do, and I just get more worried about how to finish my assignments.
So what I'm kind of hearing is that by worrying about the many things that you have to do, you kind of overwhelm yourself, and then you're not able to get these things done.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you started trying anything else to help you with that? Any coping mechanisms?
No, because it's only been happening for a couple months, so I
Okay.
haven't really tried anything.
Okay. And what are some things that you did during your undergrad time when you were a little stressed?
I don't really remember feeling very stressed, but I was on the cross-country team,
Okay.
and I danced, so I was generally something that's different from now.
What are some of the things you're involved in now, besides, I know you said you're in grad school?
Nothing. I just grad school because I feel like I wanted to start activities, but then this overwhelming feeling and this nervousness, and I just can't do anything else. What are like coping mechanisms? What does that mean?
Okay, so coping mechanisms are some of the things that you can do to kind of bring yourself down when you're feeling really stressed, really overwhelmed, and you have so much in your mind. When you have a coping mechanism, this is something that you can do to kind of help you out when you're feeling like that. So, for an example, you used to run. If there's times where you're feeling a little too overwhelmed, you take a break and then you can start running. It might be able to help. Are there any things that you think might be able to help?
Well, I guess I never thought about running, but that sounds like a good idea. I also liked that I had people to run with, and now I don't really have that. But I enjoyed cross country.
Who do you have around you that you're able to do any extracurricular activities with?
Well, I really only have like one friend.
Okay.
But I don't know, I've never asked her about anything, and so I don't know if she would want to or not.
Okay. Would you be willing to ask her? Maybe it's something that you can think of and try to help you out with the stress that you're feeling.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. And then besides this one friend that you do have, are there any family members or anyone else that's around that you can kind of talk to or express yourself when you're feeling overwhelmed?
There's not really anybody around, but I talk to my sister on the phone a lot. So that sometimes, I guess, helps.
How many siblings do you have? Only one sister?
Just one sister, that's it.
And then how about your parents?
My mom and dad live in Indiana, but we talk once in a while, not very often.
So who do you live with that might be able to help you out with finding coping mechanisms or kind of like helping you talk about it or, you know?
Well, I live in like a big apartment complex, so there's a lot of people. I have a little dog, but my friend that I know lives across the hall, but I don't live with anybody other than my cat.
Okay. So have you ever felt this overwhelming feeling while you're alone in your house?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think I do, especially when I'm worried about work.
Okay. And what do you do to help with that when you're alone?
I don't know. I think it gets worse.
Okay. So being alone makes it worse?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I think I'm seeing that from undergrad you were involved for a long time. You did cross country. You ran. You had some friends, and now I'm seeing that you're just focused on grad school and you're kind of like have your mind all into that. But maybe we should try to look into different extracurricular activities, something to get your mind off of the many things that grad school has you focused on. How does that sound?
I think that sounds like a reasonable idea. I could do that.
So we're gonna work on that. You're gonna try to look into more extracurricular activities, and then hopefully next time we meet, we can speak more about that and see how this overwhelming feeling is kind of progressing or reducing.
Okay. Thank you for helping me.
Okay. Thank you for coming, Lisa.
Thank you.